Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage, welcome to some exciting news. So we are going to Ultimate Callout Challenge 2021. So I'm super pumped, super excited. The entire build of this truck from when we started gutting it, the intent was to make it a UCC truck. I mean, that's why we got the pulling setup from the guys at Diesel Shop New York. That's why we got this awesome Freedom Racing engine. This is why we've done a lot of the stuff we've done. And it's also the reason why we've done some of this stuff in a way that's a little different than you would actually go at a drag truck, because we want it to be multifaceted. So like I said, I'm pumped, I'm excited, honestly a little bit nervous, a little bit I don't want to say neurotic, but just, you know, there's a lot going through my head about stuff we got to do to get ready, you know, and prepare and have the truck ready. Certainly don't want to go out there without the truck being tested. Definitely want to get some testing in at the track. And if we do go to Cecil, which is a quarter-mile track, I'm only going to be running 1/8 mile, you know, let off at the 1/8, just because that's what we're going to be doing there. Also, I want to run Outlaw Diesel Super Series, and that's all 1/8 mile track. So quarter mile, yes, I want to see that quarter-mile time split, but not right now. That won't be until after UCC. But yeah, like I said, I'm super pumped, super excited that we get to compete on pretty much the biggest stage in diesel, and I'm hoping that we can fare well, and I think the truck can do it. We have some good people in our corner, the guys at AirDog, the guys at Fluid Amper, guys at Hardway, the guys at Fleece, Freedom, guys at Muldoons. I'm sure I'm missing a couple people, but yeah, we have a lot of people helping us out that have helped with the build, and I'm ecstatic about it. So we have so much to do. We've been thrashing, and I mean, like doing the coilover, stuff like that. This is kind of some stuff, and I got other stuff in the works. The coilovers was something I was planning on doing at some point during the year. Wasn't really planning on doing it now. So kind of timelines for a bunch of stuff just went and really jumped up there. So there's some other things we still have to work out, you know, because we got to be able to drag race the truck. We got to be able to dyno the truck. We got to be able to sled pull the truck. So we have our sled pulling setup from the guys at Diesel Shop New York and Ziegler Diesel Performance helping us out with that. Really taking a lot of weight off my shoulders of having to engineer and build the whole thing. The hitch that we got back here, really, we did some minor modifications. We still have some work to do to it, but it pretty much went on in an evening. Also, we didn't have to figure out the whole dually setup. Those guys took care of that for us. Big shout out to them. Super pumped about it. That being said, we might have to do some things on the air side. So as you guys know, we run an 88 millimeter Garrett GT55 Garrett. Good turbo. Turbo is great for drag racing. It's going to make more than enough steam for you know, running at the track. But the thing is, with doing Ultimate Callout Challenge, when you do the dyno competition, they take your torque and your horsepower number and add them. But having this large single, you're going to lose that torque number. So we're probably going to have to add a whirly boy or two in here or something like that. That's all stuff I got to figure out. Luckily, with our front clip and kind of how we have everything, we have plenty of room for activities to figure that all out. But like I said, lots to do and lots to just kind of keep grinding on. And like I said, I just want to keep testing the truck. I want to get the truck out there and test. So once we get these the front suspension done, then we should be about ready to go testing, because we have our 48RE and our Suncoast converter back from the guys at Muldoons. They cleaned it all up for us, so we actually have to take the truck out beforehand and, you know, find somewhere to kind of, we want to put it through its paces beforehand and see. If you look at the video when we ran at the track last time, it seemed like something was going on with it, and they couldn't find anything in the trans that really showed why it was doing that. So is it something with our anteater malfunctioning, or maybe it's something with my tuning on the anteater? It's all stuff we have to work out. So we're going to try and kind of dip our feet into it slow, but at an accelerated rate at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. So anyway, I'm pumped. I hope you guys are pumped too. It's got me thinking about other things too, like maybe we should get some t-shirts made or something. I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in getting, you know, purchasing some t-shirts. And if so, what would you like to see? I mean, do you want to see the truck like this? I would definitely like to wrap the truck before UCC, but it's the last priority. I don't really care how it looks. It can go like this for all I care. That's not going to help it perform any. But, you know, a t-shirt with the truck on it like this and some writing or something, or a picture of the truck when I first got it to what it looks like today. Put down in the comments what you think. You know, maybe that's something you guys are interested in. So anyhow, I really appreciate everybody's support throughout the years of doing all this, and everybody, you know, with your comments, your likes, your subscriptions to the channel and all that. And I hope it keeps growing, and I hope to see you guys out in Indy. That being said, I'll tell you right now, Indy could go a couple of ways. Could go really nice and just hit each event and do a little change out in between, or it could be thrashing on the truck all weekend long. That's just kind of how it is. So if you're out there, just kind of gauge what's going on and come say hi. But anyhow, it's awesome. I'm super stoked to be able to compete at that level with the truck, and yeah, a little bit nervous too. So anyway, let's get on to today. Our last video, we were working on our front suspension here on the passenger side. We got everything ground down. We got 1/2 of our front 4-link bracket installed. I actually finish welded that today. Last night when we were working on it, the wind was picking up, and so we just called it quits. So we're gonna finish that out and move on from there. Last night we kind of went and just, here's where we're gonna start, where we get to where we're gonna get, and we made very good progress. So I'm gonna try from now on to not jinx myself and say, yeah, we're gonna get this done, this done, and this done, because last night it worked out, and we're gonna just keep rolling with that momentum. So anyway, guys, I hope you're as pumped as I am. Put a comment down below, let me know what you think. Let's get to work. Little bit of a status update. Got our other front 4-link bracket completely welded in. Everything's good there. Also got our shock or coilover shock mock-up tool installed. Everything's good there. It's plumbed up, so we're good. We're ready to start mocking some things up. I also bent up our piece of tube for this from that last piece of that just bendy stuff, that stuff that wants to flex back straight. So got that done, and I have made some little cut diagrams, if you will, for the cuts from our tube for the driver's side, and I've transferred them over to the passenger side. All I did was I took a piece of paper, laid the mount down on it, you know, like this, and then traced it out and made sure everything was good. And then I cut it out, you know, I put it on the tube, cut it out, and then I actually put Sharpie on it, as you guys can see, so that way I can take that off and I can cut out the piece that's going to actually go against the frame, so we'll have a good weld zone and all that. What I'm going to do is when I cut this, I'm going to actually just stay inside of the black area. That way, you know, I'll try and fit it up, see how it is, and we'll just ease into it because, well, this is our last piece of tube, so if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to get more tube, all that. But I think it'll work good because even when I put this tube on there, which Obviously our front would then be in the rear on the passenger side. It fed up fine to the frame. It was just off center on our shock mock-up tool. So this should work well, and we should be able to get this all hopefully welded in. Maybe we'll just get it tacked in. And I just made a reference of what I think how far we're gonna get. So that means we're probably not gonna get that far. So anyway, I'm gonna get to cutting these out and we'll get to installing them on the truck. Fitting this up might take a little bit of time, but we'll see how far we get. I really wasn't thinking when I did this, like what I was just telling you guys, it all kind of made sense and all that. And then I cut it out. I'm like, wait, I screwed the tube up, which no, it's fine. But when I traced this out, how I did it and cut the paper out, when you lay it on the tube, now you just have this area here, whereas I need this line here. So I gotta kind of regroup, figure out how to get this to go like that, and then we'll get our new shock towers hopefully at least tacked in. And here I go again, telling you where I want to be when we're done. All right, status update. Passenger side complete. So we got our whole hoop and mount all welded in, our tabs, everything is looking good. Very happy with how that all turned out. Looks fantastic. Yeah, very happy with this whole thing. I may add a tube or like a gusset here. I probably will. But other than that, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now we just need to hop over here to the driver's side, which I already have our little shock template thing installed. So I'll get our tabs on there, we'll get our tube, and next thing you know, we'll have a set of coilover mounts on the front of the truck, and we will have lost a good bit of weight in the process. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, so final status update of the night is our driver's side coilover shock mount is in, all welded up. We're good to go. Definitely gonna look killer once we get our coilovers in there. That thing, yeah, it's gonna look good. I think it, I don't know that it freed up really any room up there, but definitely lost some weight with this whole assembly being gone, and it just kind of looks pretty gnarly. But yeah, this whole like shock, coil bucket, coil perch, that whole, and coil spring, that whole assembly is 47 pounds. I weighed it all out, 47 pounds per side. So 94 pounds total that we cut out of the front of the truck, and we're just putting a couple coilovers in, a couple 1/4 inch thick front floor length brackets, and a little bit of tube. So we're not adding that much weight back, but we got a bunch out. When we get our coilovers here, I'll weigh them and we can estimate the other stuff. It's not really a big deal, but we cut some more weight out of the front of the truck. It was definitely more than I was expecting. To be honest, when we first cut into the driver's side here and I realized we're gonna have to go down to the axle and probably gonna have to 4-link this thing, I was like, this is way more work than I was expecting, and it's probably not worth it to go this far. But after weighing everything, definitely well worth the effort. So anyway, guys, it's late. I'm gonna get to bed. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video, subscribe down below. Catch you guys in the next one. Get out there and work on your truck.